Hey juliusxx here. Today is November 12th, 2020. And obviously, if you're watching this November 13th or whatever day, people know that the world is going through a pandemic right now. Shit in the US is nuts. There's been, I think, like 2 million cases of COVID-19, 200,000 deaths. So it's it's gonna be definitely a memorable time to look back after all these years. But on a positive note, you clicked this video because you probably saw in the title that it's a PS5 unboxing. And honestly, I've had all the PlayStations since PlayStation 1, and I never really paid much attention to the story or like what was happening in my life around that time. So the point of this video is not only I'm going to show you the unboxing, obviously, because that's what you clicked on, but I'm going to tell you the backstory about how I got to this point, all the things that I remembered about the previous generations of PlayStation. And if you don't want to watch that, feel free to fast forward to like probably the 3 or 4 minute mark where I'm going to get to actually unboxing the PS5. But before I wanted to do that, I wanted to kind of introspect about all the PlayStations I've had in the past, because this PS5 is the first one that I'm actually trying to make a big event out of, because in all honesty, it's the first day, it's day one of the next 8 years. It's day one of generation PS5 and Xbox One Series X. I think the PS4 came out in 2012, so like, yeah, 8 years. We have a long way ahead of us with this generation, so I want to make sure that I capture this moment and this point in history. So let me just go ahead and start talking about my PlayStation story. Before I talk about the PS5, I want to talk about some of the older PlayStations, like the PS1. I don't even remember how I went about getting it. I had it, I knew I had it, I played it. I don't even remember what kind of games, to be honest, are very specific, but I think like maybe the Silent Hill series, I don't know, maybe Resident Evil 1. So I do remember playing it, but maybe I was still fairly young and I don't remember it as vividly as I remember these years, but I don't remember how I bought it. I don't think I bought it on launch day. Then the PS2, which is my favorite PlayStation launch to date, maybe just behind the PS5 so far, but I was still way too young to be able to afford a PS2, and even if I was working then, my job then couldn't really pay me enough to buy a PS2. So I remember this very vividly, but I had no money. My sister knew this, so around my birthday time, or around Thanksgiving, I think it's for my birthday, she surprised me by buying me a PS2 and laying it at the foot of my bed, so when I woke up I saw it. Honestly though, it was also really, she kind of got a discount from her then boyfriend because he worked at Best Buy, so she got the hookup, but still, it was one of my favorite, if not the favorite PlayStation experience I've ever had. I still think about it fondly, and it was just really, my sister came in clutch at that time. Then the PS3, again, I knew I had it. I didn't buy it at launch, and I don't even recall exactly my experiences with it, just because maybe it was because it was so long ago, or maybe because I wasn't really, I guess because I wasn't so cognizant about what was happening in my life at that time, I just never really thought about it. Again, with the PS3, I didn't buy it at launch. I just probably bought it in the middle of its I probably bought the PS3 in the middle of its life, midway, because I did have the 360 as well, and I do remember getting a lot more mileage out of the 360 because of games like Gears of War, other games, you know, multi-platform games like GTA. So I did get lots of mileage out of the 360, and I think I only got the PS3 because one, I was either bored, or like maybe some sort of exclusives came out for the PS3, so maybe that's why I picked it up. But again, I don't remember getting it. I think I had the PS3 Slim, or not the OG PS3, so that's really just curious. I don't remember any of that. Then there was the PS4, so the last generation. So about 8 years ago now, I ended up getting the PS4. But again, I didn't get it at launch. I got the Xbox One first. And even the Xbox One story was interesting because I didn't get that at launch either. What ended up happening was one of my colleagues, he was like, "Hey Julius, the Xbox One is available at Canadian Tire, we should go pick it up." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." I said, "Fuck it, let's go ahead and let's go buy it." And I didn't even really want the Xbox One. I only bought it because my coworker / friend, I thought it'd be funny for us both to buy Xbox Ones. And I think it's because it was sold out at the time as well. Like most launches are, it was sold out right away on day one. So it being available at Canadian Tire, I was like, okay, sure, I'll pick it up just because it is there. It's because it's possible to get it, so I'm going to do it. And that was very short-lived. I didn't enjoy the Xbox One. It had a great media experience, but like, the first game I played on it was Rise, which is a gladiator game, and that was kind of shit. So my Xbox One life was pretty crappy. And then I guess I ended up selling the Xbox One to get a PS4. I do remember this about the PS4 though, is I ended up buying it off of Craigslist from some girl that won it at a golfing tournament for $350 Canadian. I'm not sure how much it was when it first came out. It was probably $3.99 Canadian, $4.99 Canadian, maybe $4.49. I'll have to look that up. But it was a pretty good deal. I think I ended up getting it for $100 off, I think. So it was brand new, so I was pretty stoked about that. And then as the PS4, you know, came down to like, you know, maybe the middle of its life, I ended up getting the gold PS4, which is the one that I have now, and which I'm trying to sell. And, you know, it's been, sorry, of all the generations between PlayStation and Xbox, PS4 was the one for me that just, you know, pulled ahead like 500 kilometers or miles ahead of the Xbox. It's like night and day, the Xbox and the PlayStation series. It is still kind of like that right now with the lack of exclusives on the Xbox Series X, and with the PS4 coming, you know, with the PS5 coming clutch with all the exclusives. But so let me just tell you about the PS5 experience and story. I know this is running long, but hopefully you're not bored at this point. But with the PS5, Sony, if you don't know about what happened, Sony said that we weren't going to blindside its, you know, fan base. We're going to announce when it's available. We're going to give you ample time to get ready to buy the system. And so everyone's getting ready to be prepared or to be told when to buy it after their, I think at their conference, Sony's conference, they said we'll tell everyone when it's available. And all of a sudden, PlayStation retailers like Walmart, Best Buy, and Amazon, they just said, fuck it, let's just start selling it. And they did, so people weren't ready, and me included. I wasn't ready. At the time, I think it was early September, I was still working at home. I'm still working at home right now, but I was ready. I was just, you know, I'm like anticipating when to do it. My credit card is ready and everything, and just like, I was blindsided. I remember distinctively, I was sitting on my couch watching TV, and I saw an email saying, pre-orders are live, and I'm like, what? So I hop onto Best Buy, and I'm trying to get onto there. I'm like trying to like put my credit card details and everything, and it is just crashing. The website is crashing. You can just look this up online everywhere. People are stressed out because they're competing with bots, and they're competing with different types of, I wouldn't say hackers, but people that are more savvy to be able to secure these purchases because they want to, you know, they want to scalp it and try to turn a profit by selling it on eBay for like $500 more. So loads of those people, you know, were taking up all the pre-orders, and some of us that were just regular consumers were shit out of luck, and like we didn't end up getting our consoles because of the different glitches, the bots, not being able to anticipate the traffic to the different websites. So it was very many obstacles. So on the day that pre-orders went live, I had nothing. I was like, what the fuck, man? That sucks, that blows. So I'm like, you know, going through all these different websites trying to find whatever stock is available, and obviously there isn't any. So I sign up for the Walmart in-stock alerts, and I'm like, whatever, I'm not gonna get a notification about this. I'm probably never gonna get one until mid-2021. So again, I'm just chilling out at home, and then I get an email that it's in stock. I'm like, get out. So I log on to the Walmart website, put in my credit card information, I get to the checkout process, and it's like just spinning, nothing's happening. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I keep continuing trying to process my transaction, and it says it's out of stock. And I'm like, what? And I just refresh my browser, and then it says that it's in stock. And because I guess my credit card info and all my details are already saved, it was a faster process. And lo and behold, it went through. Holy crap. And I was just like, no effing way. I nailed it. I got it. And so that was just part one of this crazy story so far. Sorry, I'm out of breath just recapping that story. So everyone's got their pre-orders set for the November 12th launch. And obviously lots of YouTubers and tech reviewers, they've already got their consoles in hand. So people are starting to watch videos online, and the anticipation of hype is building. So maybe about 2 weeks ago, like for me at least, I started to wonder what's going on with my Walmart order. I have nothing to show for it. The website says that it's just preparing to ship, no updates whatsoever in terms of communications from Walmart side. And so I turned to Reddit maybe about a week and a half or a week before the actual launch date of the PS5, and people are having the same problem, like Target, Best Buy, Walmart, all these different all these different retailers in the States are being very hush about what's happening with the PS5 launch and the release date and tracking information and shipping. And I was part of that group, and like I was hella stressed out because I was wondering if it would even make it to me on the 12th. And not only that, I had moved recently, so my PS5 was going to my old residence, and luckily I still have both residences until the 16th, but like I was really stressed out because I was thinking, what if it comes after the 16th, and what if it comes when I'm not there anymore? So that was really stressing me out. So I'm on Reddit, maybe now we're 3 or 4 days before launch, and people are saying, download the FedEx Manager, the FedEx app, right? And because with the FedEx Manager, the shipping manager, somehow FedEx associates addresses into their systems with people and residences. So somehow I was in the system, and it found my order for the PlayStation 5 with Walmart. And through the FedEx app, I was able to keep on track of when it was shipping, where it was, what day it'll come. And it comes today. It came today on November 12th at 9 a.m. And the only reason why I knew that is because I signed up for the FedEx Manager. And honestly, if I didn't, and I had just stayed with Walmart and thinking, okay, Walmart's gonna provide me some information or something, I probably would have been out of luck, or maybe my PS5 would have come to the building and I wasn't there, and so it would just be a shit show, and I wouldn't have even known where it was. So for people that are Redditors, we knew what to do because we share this communal information with each other. But people that aren't, I mean, maybe even parents that are buying PS5s for their kids, they may not even know where the PS5 is. And I think that's really a weird experience from Walmart's side, that they weren't trying to keep up to date with information and letting people know where their shipments were, because it just creates a really bad user experience and customer experience. I don't think I'm going to maybe, I don't know, 8 years from now things may be different, but I don't envision getting another pre-order from Walmart just because of the lack of communication. Maybe I'd go through Amazon this time, but whatever. So let's fast forward to this morning. Actually, at 4 a.m. in the morning, I randomly decided to wake up and look at my phone, and I noticed that the FedEx app said that the package was in Carson, or maybe it was Torrance, which is half an hour from Hermosa Beach where I previously lived. I'm like, holy shit, it's en route already? So I get dressed, I get ready, I rush my ass all the way down to Hermosa Beach, and so luckily the lobby has Wi-Fi, and I'm sitting in the lobby waiting. And fast forward from like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., I see the FedEx truck. I walk over to the FedEx guy and say, hey, do you have a package for Unit 206 and yada yada? And lo and behold, he had it. So I was like, oh my God, thank God that I was able to, tap into the knowledge of all the different Redditors that they told us about the FedEx app. Thank God about SMS tracking. I just think it's really been a weird roller coaster because I had to actively get on top of where my package was. Walmart said nothing to me, and I just feel like that's, I don't know, you're spending $500 plus. The least they could do is give you up-to-date information on where your package was. I don't know, spending that much money, you should have a better white glove experience. But again, it only happens once every 8 or so years, so maybe, you know, the rule of 5, maybe I won't even give a shit in like 5 weeks from now, or 5 days from now, or 5 months from now. Maybe I wouldn't even care, but it still was a really crummy experience. But whatever, I've been rambling on long enough, and you want to open the PS5 with me, and I want to open the PS5 as well. So let's head over to the entertainment area. Okay, so here it is. Here's your big boy, your PS5 boy. Oh my God. I've read all the reviews already. I know that it's huge. I know that it's unwieldy. I'm almost afraid that it won't fit in my entertainment system, but whatever. Just while I'm doing this, if you actually follow my channel, I used to do some tech stuff, but then I never really continued to pursue it just because it's an expensive hobby. So I was like, you know what, I can't keep doing this. But anyways, this is going to be very much more into the experience and like my history of the PlayStation and unboxing this thing. I'm not going to go into too much of the specifics because you probably know all that stuff, you know, up to 8K, 4K, 1 terabyte. The SSD is hella quick, it's really quiet. You know all that stuff already, so I'm not going to bore you with that. I just want to capture my experience because like I said in the beginning of the video, I never really made an occasion or a moment out of unboxing my consoles, and you never really think about it, but over the years they're a big deal. They're a huge part of your life, and they're a huge part of your experiences. So luckily I'm doing this now. So let's just get to it. Okay, I've also read online that the experience with the Series X was very like Apple-esque, like very minimal, very true to Apple standards and stuff. But with the PS5, you know, it's just like, it's not like that. It's kind of nettlesome and annoying. So I took it out of its regular box thingy here. Here's, like, see, it's just a bare looking ass box. Nothing really nice to look at. Okay, so let's open this tab. Whoa. Okay, should I open this one too? Yes, probably. I don't know where to enter this. I don't know where to approach this from, so let's just open everything. Okay, so let's get to slide it out. I might have to stand for this. I've never had to stand for an unboxing. Okay, fuck it. Oh, there's a picture on the front and it's showing to stand it up, stand the box up and then slide it out from the... Oh, I see. Okay, so don't open this part. Oh fuck, I don't trust that. Jesus, okay. So I got it out. I should just beast mode this thing, man. Oh god, okay. Obviously the base, the cables. I also remember reading online that the HDMI that it comes with is built for 4K. So some HDMIs don't transmit 4K. Good thing that the PS5 does do that. That would make sense, obviously. So you've got your wires, obviously. Yeah, I can definitely share the same sentiment with other YouTubers saying that the experience of the unboxing was not fun. it's kind of crappy, actually, to be honest. I don't like the way everything's packaged. And you're probably like, why do you give a shit so much about the packaging, dude? Well, companies like Apple and, you know, all the big dogs, they make a reputation on good packaging, and like everything from when you process that transaction online to when you get your device and you open it up and set it up, every part of it is a part of the experience. And so when you skip out on that, or you kind of just ignore that, it can create a bad rub. But anyways, I moved all the stuff around so to make space. Here's the base. This will be fun to play around with because it looks like an alien spaceship. The controller, oh, interesting. Again, it's the first time I'm doing this for the PlayStation stuff, so it's like the first thing that I kind of about the controller that I am really curious about is the grooves here. They kind of rub against my palms in a weird way, and it's like, it's a bit uncomfortable actually. Okay, whatever. They're gonna obviously release new controllers or different controllers in the future, so I'll upgrade at that point. So here's the big boy, what I've been waiting for too, what you've been waiting to see. PlayStation 5, or the spaceship, or the oscillating fan, or the polo shirt with the collars flipped. It's just such a weird design. I gotta admit, I don't like it. It is hella heavy. I remember when the FedEx guy gave me the package, the first thing I thought was, holy shit, that's heavy. And it's still heavy. It hasn't gotten any lighter, and there's actually a fucking scratch on my PS5. That's cool. God damn it. Yeah, so this is your PS5 boy. I know, again, this is not a tech channel, so I don't have the setup to make it look all snazzy and the zoom in and the overhead camera, but like, you can obviously tell, look how big it is compared to my head, and I have a big head, so this is a fucking huge system. And so my initial reaction to it so far, that I like the color. I like how it's like a little bit of an off-white, kind of a bluish gray. It's not like a snow white or anything like that, like a pure white. It does have a little bit of a dark gray to it. I'm definitely going to stand it up with a stand. Actually, yeah. So because it's not really actually flush, like it wobbles a bit when you put it horizontally. So I am going to use a stand. I'm only just concerned it won't fit into my entertainment system, so let's go ahead and do that after this. I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll have to figure out how to put the stand on. Alrighty. Well, it does fit in my setup because I made space for it. I had to shuffle some things around, but yeah, dude, it is an eyesore. Look at the PS4 and then the PS5. Well, it fits, it's just an eyesore, and I had to actually move things around just so that it would fit. Like my Phillips shoe lights, I had to shuffle a bit, so it's never a good thing when
connect your controller to the console with the USB cable and press the PS button.
It's never good when you have to move your stuff around. It's never good when you have to make... Hold on! It's never good when you have to make...
Connect your controller to the console
okay, you know what?
USB cable and press the PS button. Select your
okay.
language.
Well, I'm going to set this up, but what I'm trying to say is that it's never good when you... oh my god.
The circle button to go back.
So as I was trying to say, it's never really a good thing when you need to shuffle around your technology to accommodate or compensate for something or to make space for something. It should just kind of fit in with what you already have as a setup. That's definitely not the case with the PS5. It's huge, and as I was shuffling things around, even though it's on a stand, it doesn't really feel secure or doesn't really feel durable. Obviously, they're probably going to correct this in the next years to come with slimmer versions or with different designs of it, but this version of the PS5, the first gen, which people are actually saying that they've got problems that they're complaining about on YouTube, yeah, maybe it won't withstand. We'll have to wait and see. But in terms of the setup process so far, it's been really cool, except for obviously when it was talking over me, that was hella rude, but it goes through all these different steps to talk about your security, to talk about how you want to be visible online, other privacy stuff, and then it asks if you have a PS4 if you want to transfer content over, and which obviously I have a PS4, so when it gets to that point, you turn your PS4 on, you press the power button for 1 second, it picks it up somehow, as long as it's on the same network, and then you get to pick and choose what kind of stuff is moved over from the PS4 to the PS5. One other thing that's been interesting about the whole setup is like how there's like this dreamy, you can hear it in the background, the dreamy music going on. It's kind of like an alien experience, and I don't mean that like it's foreign. I mean like as if it's an alien that has software and they're asking us to do something on their spaceship. We were abducted. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. It doesn't feel like futuristic. It just feels like it's a dream or something, or like aliens are coming down to try to get us to test their interfaces. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing, but PlayStation's always been the whole dreamy waves and like weird sounds. So, and especially the voice command, like it's not even, it doesn't sound realistic like Google or like Siri does. So that's kind of weird, especially in 2020, but that's been my experience so far. Well, there you have it. My PS5 is set up, well, sort of. Miles Morales is being installed right now, and then none of the games actually transferred over during the PS4 switchover. So I read online too that it's kind of hit and miss between, you know, sometimes it goes smoothly and sometimes it doesn't. In my case it didn't, so I had to re-download things. So all the games that I want on this system are downloading at the moment. Other takeaways from the PS5 so far, that yes, it is hella quiet, which is, you know, refreshing versus the PS5. Fast, obviously it's fast. The storage, after I've installed some of the games, looks like it's going to be about 400 or 500 gigs. So I may run into the whole idea of deleting and re-downloading things, so that'll not be fun. And so far, the experience of the interface is very similar to the PS4. It's not like a stark contrast like night and day. It's like going from iOS 11 to iOS 14 kind of a thing. It's remnants of the PS4 still there, but it's a little bit more enhanced on the PS5. But so far the setup has been, I would probably give it a 3 out of 5. You know, it hasn't been smooth, but it is fast. And the whole alien waviness is, I understand that Sony and PlayStation's the Japanese company, so maybe it's a, you know, they don't want to have the whole Western modernized way of doing things. So I understand that kind of element to it, but for me, it's just not doing it for me. I'd rather have the minimal Apple-esque or Microsoft-esque setup, but whatever, it is what it is. What's important is the game. I've got Demon's Souls, I've got Miles Morales. In the future, I plan on picking up the Watch Dogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. As long as they're on deep sales, I don't want to dish out too much money for those games. And then Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out in December. So there's lots to play for the end of the year. And hopefully if you've enjoyed this experience with me of just kind of living the whole unboxing experience on a launch day for a console. I haven't done it since I've been gaming from the PlayStation 1 days. So hopefully you enjoyed this experience. If you did, leave a like. If you loved it, consider subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Hey, juliusxx here. It's November 12th, 2020. Today's a really big day. Well, it's also kind of interesting to call... Today's November 12th. Oh, fuck.